Hello, everyone. I know it's March the 10th right now. We are 10 days into the month. I feel so bad because we're given monthly updates and we intend to get it to you on the first, second, or third day of the month. Things get busy though, and depending on where the weekend falls, next thing you know, we're on the 6th or the 7th of the month, yada, yada, yada. So if you watch this far, thanks for sticking with us. But we do have some really interesting information to share with you today. Of course, it's your friends from the Prime Real Estate team. We got Daniel with us today. We got
Hello.
Megan with us today. Afraz is out in the field. It has been hard getting and I don't want to do these by myself because, I mean, you guys all have great stuff to share. But it has been very difficult corralling all of us because it's been busy. So let's start up. Who decided to go first again? Was it Daniel? Daniel's going first. All right.
I draw the stars this time. What am I seeing out there? It's busy, right? And I think we've kind of been hinting at this for the last few months coming into this spring, but some pent-up demand, some good chunk lower interest rates, and sure enough, the phone is kind of ringing off the hook. Even been seeing the multiple offers situations again on maybe a quarter of the listings out there, but it's something I don't know that we are used to in the last couple of years. So busy on my end.
You are presently, right now, as we speak, working on a multiple offer situation.
I literally have one on the go right under the camera.
And this is for sellers. It's
Yes,
prime team sellers, and you have a couple of offers coming in.
I do. We got two in right now. We were thinking maybe a third, but we just came on for this weekend and we've got multiples right away. So
Mm, Megan, you got stories to tell.
Yeah, it's the same. Lots
yeah.
of the multiple offers out there with buyers, and not all of the listings are holding offers yet. So it's really like you're in the door on the first day and the offer is being presented. And they're doing the idea of having like 24 hours for the offers to be responded to. So it kind of gives you a chance to get in there with everyone. But you book your showing for a Tuesday and it's like Sunday afternoon. And the next thing you know, you're getting a phone call from the listing agent saying, like, hey, we're getting offers. So if you want to see it and you want to compete, we need you to get a showing tonight. So it's like back to like that urgency of like, we need to see the new listings like right away.
Yeah, so what you're getting at, Megan, is when the market was crazy and there was delayed offers, so it was like, list on Friday, offers to be considered on Tuesday or Wednesday. At least we all had a sort of sense of the game plan and we knew what to expect. Buyers could go in and do pre-building inspections, make sure their financing's in order and all that. And now it's tough. It's kind of like the rubber band effect where, we're in this kind of gray area where it's awkward. It's tough there, folks, and price points too, because Daniel's yours is at $1 million, right?
Yeah.
Megan and I, we've been bumping into the 800,000. Also, yesterday it was the 1.2 million, right?
Mhm.
And then I was dealing with a couple of townhouses in the sort of 680s over the weekend as well too. So folks, things are going. For those who were thinking that the tariffs or whatever the economy was going to cause the real estate market to slow down, yeah, no. It has picked up. We do have the stats for the month of February, and as always, I do share them with you here, and I will post them on the information below. Last month, the month of February, we were up in sales totally 25.1%. 25.1%. So people are buying. The inventory, active listings was up, not the same amount though, it was up 9.8%. So we are consuming more listings than are coming in right now. That's kind of reflected in the average price, which you can see right there for a detached single family home in Greater Victoria. It is up to 1.3 million. By the way, folks, we haven't seen a 1.3 for a very long time. In fact, let's get into the averages page here for single family homes. And when you look on the list, almost actually, yeah, all of 20, no, except for 1 month, except for 1 month, 2024. In the month of May, it was 1,323,000. The rest of the year it was in the 1.2s. So we're kind of inching back up here as well. Supply and demand. We are seeing, again, more bidding wars, more multiple offers. There's an anecdotal stat out there, Daniel. Would you say you saw?
I saw another realtor posting that he thought about 25% of listings were going over the asking price.
By the way, folks, we discussed this before going online. Virtually impossible to get anyone's hands on that data. We are surmising that the agent has just been looking at the number of sales that have sold above list price, giving an indicator about how many offers are going into multiples. Let's not forget there are still multiples that are selling at list price. Or we saw one recently where a seller took a little bit less because it was an unconditional offer. So that is a non-accurate way of looking at things. A few other things to talk about statistics wise. Unit sales. Again, we ended up with that 528 sales last month. You know, not a super strong month relative to some of the recent highs like the 700, the 800s. But in the grand scheme of things, still doing okay. Talking about the tariffs and the trade war going out there and all that kind of stuff. Um, you know, this is the best way to put this. I mentioned it last month because I interviewed the chief economist for the British Columbia Real Estate Association. We know that it's going to hurt. We know that people will lose their jobs. We know that the auto industry and manufacturing is going to have difficulty. Um, we are Victoria. We are the place that people ultimately want to come to. You remember what happened during COVID when people decided or determined that they could work remotely. They chose to come here. A lot of them chose to come home. This is the place they want to be. And when the government they turn the dial and they reduce interest rates in order to stimulate the economy, we're going to get a rush on properties again. It is going to happen, folks. It will happen. So, for those who are thinking of making a move or thinking of buying, probably as good a time now as it ever has been. For those who are on the market or have been on the market for a while, if you haven't sold yet, because you're not alone, by the way. There's a lot of properties that have been on the market that haven't sold. You haven't been found yet, and it is entirely likely that either your market segment just isn't moving much right now, or you still could be a little off in price because things that are moving are the ones that are priced to market, right? So that's what's going on. Any other things you guys feel about what's happening in the next little bit here? I mean, in a couple of days, there's going to be a Bank of Canada announcement. I'm kind of 50-50 on this one because I've read a lot about those who think that it's going to stay the same, they're going to hold. And I've read a couple articles this morning about a quarter point reduction again. So, who knows, right?
I'm not placing a bet.
Yeah.
If there's anything, there's some uncertainty going on, so it's not time for me to wager on that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But in any event, guys, I have to tell you, we've had a lot of phone calls and a lot of interest from people who are entering the real estate market. So, I mean, this is different than last year. So there's people that want to get in. They want to buy their starter condo or their starter townhouse or their starter home or whatever. They're feeling now that the interest rates where they're at now relative to last year are a much more favorable situation. And we haven't built enough. We have not built enough housing at all. We are still in a shortage. I was listening to the Canadian Real Estate Association's podcast. Um, it was an episode from last month. They were talking about the fact that the country needs anywhere from 3.8 to 5 million housing units before 2030, right? So we have a significant shortage. It'll be with us for a while, but not expecting any sort of reductions or softening in the near future. So, anything else, guys, that you can think of right now? We're going to try our best to get our report out early in April. Hey, guys, what do you think?
Of course.
Yeah. There's always one of us away, whatever, but we'll get it done next month, folks. Don't worry about it. There we go. Your friends from the Prime Real Estate team, Daniel, Megan. As always, if you need something, you want to have a chat about what's going on, give us a call. We'd be happy to chat. See you guys next month, early, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.